Her music's become a part of pop culture, and so has her look. Gene Wolfe talked with the Motor City's latest hitmaker, Madonna.
Madonna is one of the hottest female singers in pop music today, and she's done it in less than 2 years. Her hit singles, Borderline and Lucky Star, from her first album, have become top 10 hits. And her new single, Like a Virgin, from the album of the same name, has been #1 for 5 straight weeks.
I think it's hard for anyone in the beginning, and I think that if you're good, that the doors are slowly open to you.
One of the ways to make an impact is to create a strong image. Is the image of you really you?
I would say so. I would say that at least it's one aspect of my personality. To me, it's my way of looking at the world. I'm out to do something, and I'm going to do it. I have to get there. And I think I have a lot of confidence in myself, so I think that's part of it. People feed off of that, your energy.
Starlight, starbright, the star I see tonight. Starlight, yeah. Madonna modeled her sound after Motown music. Groups such as the Supremes, the Shirelles, Martha Reeves, and the Vandellas.
I think that a lot of people at first, before they see what I look like, think maybe possibly that I'm a black singer. And I think it's a surprise when they finally do see what I look like, but I think it's a pleasant surprise. And that sort of defines a different category for me, which is what I set out to do in the first place.
What's your category? Where do you fit now?
In the new category that I've defined. So, you want the title of the category?
Yeah.
Just contemporary female singer, you know. New. That's what the category is, new.
What's new about it?
Me.
She's the music world's newest sex symbol, and her look is hot. The Material Girl is on a roll. In just over a year, Madonna has had 5 top 10 hits. Both her albums have gone double platinum, and so far, her first nationwide tour is a sellout.
Yeah, she's probably the hottest artist to ever play the Universal Amphitheater, and we probably could easily have sold out 10 shows.
Madonna Mania is sweeping the country.
She's fresh and she's new and she's 85. She's it now.
She's gorgeous, she can dance, she can do everything. Sexy, sexy.
She is your angel this morning. Madonna on Kiss.
Radio stations play 4 different Madonna tunes around the clock.
Madonna, who knew about her a year ago, 6 months ago? A lot of the younger people really identify with the way she looks and the way she dresses.
Her distinctive look has savvy merchandisers cashing in. National magazines feature her face on the cover, her now infamous navel inside. Everywhere you seem to look, there's Madonna.
It's like having the new toy in town. Everyone wants the Cabbage Patch doll at one Christmas and so forth, and she's the Cabbage Patch doll this year.
Madonna's moment started with the release of her first album, Madonna. But it was the success of Like a Virgin, #1 on the charts for 7 weeks, that gave her new star status.
It took her to the mass consciousness. I mean, she was already becoming a star in pop music. Let's see that at the end of the first album, it was, can she do it again? She had to prove herself again. She not only proved herself, she stepped up a whole nother level.
Madonna sells more than 75,000 records a day. Not bad for a 25-year-old girl from Michigan who arrived in New York City just a few years ago with only $35 to her name. But as hot as Madonna is, there are still those who question her talent. They say today's obsession could become yesterday's news.
And you see that about everybody. Marilyn Monroe, Elvis Presley, until they prove themselves, everyone's open to question. I think she's going to be around. I think she's going to be around because she's got talent. But more than that, she's smart and she's got ambition.
I want longevity as a human being. I want it to last forever.
Stardom is reportedly what Madonna wants. Music stardom and movie stardom.
Gary, why didn't you tell me she read the personals? We could have settled this yesterday.
Yes, folks, Madonna is now a movie star. She has the title role in the critically acclaimed Desperately Seeking Susan. And there are rumblings that her screen presence is much like Marilyn Monroe's.
No, I didn't know her personally, but I admire her. She's an idol.
You want to be as big a movie star as she was? Is that important?
Yeah.
Madonna, singer, poster girl, video queen, sex symbol, movie star. Legend? Yeah, at least for the moment.
I'm everything.
Hello, everyone. I'm Rob Weller.
And I'm Mary Hart. There was a movie premiere in Los Angeles last night, and the burning question was, would they or wouldn't they show up? A lot of stars were there, a lot of fans were there, and a lot of the media was there. So was Lisa Gibbons.
How are you?
Fine, how are you? Very well. These stars don't show their faces for just any event, but when Mr. and Mrs. Sean Penn headline a premiere, it's not just any event.
Who knows if they're even here tonight? Who knows if they're even going to be here? I don't know. I couldn't see the movie.
Are they coming?
Oh, yeah.
I expect they'll come and they'll talk to you if they feel like it.
They'll never talk to you. Only I talk to you.
I don't know, I just think that when he's proud of a movie that he's really involved in, he'll talk about it. And maybe if he doesn't feel he's involved enough, he doesn't think he has anything to say.
Oh, wait, don't go.
I gotta go.
The couple is notoriously media shy, so even the announcement by a publicist that Sean Penn and his wife Madonna would make an appearance at the premiere was met with some skepticism. But they did show up. This time they weren't even hiding from cameras, and they even stopped to say a few words to Entertainment Tonight. Hi! Why break the silence tonight? Why decide to come out and meet the press?
We came to see a great movie.
What was it like working together? You've got Shanghai Surprise coming out. What was it like on this film?
We didn't work together on this movie.
You were on the soundtrack.
Yeah, it was fun.
Did you feel, Sean, that you had more control over this film, more collaborative effort?
I had a director who listened.
You have said that you want to make giant commercial hits. Will this be one? Lisa Gibbons.
The weather at the Orange Bowl was less than perfect for the kickoff of Madonna's 16-city summer tour. But despite rainstorms that lasted most of the day, some 55,000 fans, many of them from the ranks of the Madonna wannabes, turned out to welcome the 28-year-old pop siren to Miami.
She's a very free-spirited girl. She's like us, she relates to us.
She brings back that Marilyn Monroe image that everyone mentions, and that's kind of neat to watch.
A lot of people complain because it's not like profound or anything, but it's fun to listen to, it's fun to dance to.
We love her. We think she's the greatest. We're a Madonna fan.
She's everything that I would, well, I can't say.
Slimmed down and looking very fit, her 90-minute show featured 7 costume changes and non-stop dance routines choreographed by Broadway's Jeff Hornaday. Slated to perform her U.S. concerts in large arenas, the next stop on the Who's That Girl tour will be Atlanta.
Thank you!
You're welcome. That concert in Atlanta will be held tonight at the Omni. A performance is scheduled for Thursday at RFK Stadium in Washington, D.C.
She's singing Open Your Heart. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Tomorrow night at 7, Jodie Foster and Sally Kellerman star in Foxes. Now Suzanne Summers guest hosts The Late Show. Next on Fox 32.
Madonna's Blonde Ambition Tour is not exactly taking Europe by storm. She canceled a show in Rome after a controversy with the Catholic Church, and then she ran afoul of the fearsome tabloid press in London.
All right, London, England!
On stage, Madonna is a hit, and off stage, she makes front-page news. But a lot of it lately is bad. According to the London papers, the singer's daily jogs created havoc in Hyde Park, attracting 1,000 fans. Her bodyguards reportedly bowled over photographers and bystanders, leaving at least one person bleeding. Whether they're covering one of Madonna's shopping trips or uncovering racy parts of her past, the tabloids can't get enough. The turmoil in London hardly compares to her troubles in Italy. Catholic groups there protested her concerts, calling them sinful and blasphemous.
Many religious symbols, such as crosses, altars, and cassocks, are used in scenes, evocating a simulated sexual intercourse.
A visibly shaken Madonna responded to the church, saying her show was an expression of creative freedom.
Basta! If you do not believe in these freedoms, you are imprisoning everyone's mind. Let he who has not sinned cast the first stone. Like a virgin.
There's no doubt that Madonna's show is sexy, but she insists she's not promoting immorality.
I do not endorse a way of life, but describe one, and the audience is left to make its own decisions and judgments.
Madonna's European tour has 3 more countries to go and is scheduled to run through August the 5th.
All the kids in the nation
has asked a cardinal to, in their words, stop this shameful spectacle taking place in Rome. The Catholic news agency says Madonna's use of crucifixes and other religious symbols is an offense to good taste. Coming up next, Madonna fans burn up the phone lines to sell out her tour in record-breaking time.
Madonna's new Blonde Ambition Tour doesn't get underway until May, but it's already a smash at the box office. Tickets went on sale this weekend and evaporated at a phenomenal rate.
Look around, everywhere you turn is heartache. It's everywhere that you go.
Ticketmaster had 100 operators taking phone orders in Los Angeles and more around the country. Sales started at 9 a.m. By 9:01, Madonna Mania made for a new record.
This is the most tickets we've ever sold in 1 minute for any performer. We sold 2,500 tickets in the first minute and 8,000 tickets in the first 5 minutes.
The pop siren's true blue fans kept up that pace, and 60,000 seats were sold in the first 68 minutes. Meanwhile, other fans of the Material Girl jammed ticket outlets to be there for the 9 a.m. bell.
I was here since 8 p.m. last night.
Madonna's the queen. She is the queen.
Madonna's hard at work right now rehearsing with her dancers. They kick it all off on the U.S. leg of the tour May 4th in Houston.
She is finally here. Madonna started her Blonde Ambition tour in Japan. Her fans have gone wild worldwide, with some concerts selling out in minutes. Here in Japan, her 9 dates sold out in 1 day, and prices were a hefty $40 or more.
Hey, Tokyo!
Sporting a startling new look that first seems like an air-conditioned 30s gangster suit and an impressive stage show with lots of muscle, Madonna wowed the Japanese fans. They expressed themselves by dressing down like her former looks, all the way from boy toy to Catholic nun.
I dress like this because Madonna is a Catholic.
I love you, Madonna. I love you, Madonna. You are my lucky star. You know you love to make you express how it feels. And baby, then you know your love is real.
Madonna will land in the U.S. May 4th, and then American fans can get a look at more of her new style, which includes this outrageous combination that some might call I Dream of Jeannie Gone Metallic.
Very romantic. What happens when you're not there? You deserve the best in life. So if the time isn't right, then move on.
Madonna is keeping abreast of American celebrity affairs.
Can make a movie a smash hit at the box office, Dick Tracy should make a mint. The Touchstone film, which opens 1 minute after midnight this Friday, was screened for a celebrity audience last night in Washington, D.C. Outside the theaters to get a look at the stars. They weren't disappointed. Madonna arrived with Dick Tracy himself, Warren Beatty, and young co-star Charlie Korsmo. After the three posed for fans and photographers, Madonna got some rave reviews.
Madonna's awesome, and this movie's going to prove it.
Unbelievable. The legs are fantastic.
Wearing a mini dress and platform shoes, Madonna ducked out early and got back to her concert tour.
I'm wearing black underwear.
Inside the theater, the crowd reportedly applauded the first time they saw the stars. Wonder Woman Linda Carter gave the leading lady a thumbs up.
I think that maybe it is finally her time in one of her movies.
Warren Beatty, who also directed and produced the movie, was modest about his own performance.
I like my hat and coat. I don't know. I think it's fun.
After the movie, the audience danced and gambled at a Federal Museum that was transformed into the movie's Club Ritz. As Warren Beatty mingled with fans, Charlie Korsmo got a streak going at the blackjack table, but he couldn't keep a poker face about the fun he had making the movie.
I didn't have to go to school, and I hate school, so I got a tutor, and that was probably the best part of the movie, actually.
This cockroach your old man?
I'm so suck an egg.
Pretty tough talk from a little sprout. Last night's screening was a benefit for the Johns Hopkins School of Medicine for Hematology Research. Warren Beatty's father was treated there prior to his death 3 years ago.
Welcome back to Entertainment Tonight. I'm John Tesh.
I'm Lisa Givens. Fame is built on words and deeds, and having those actions reported on by the press. When it came to fame in 1990, Madonna reigned supreme. She made the news more often than any other star, as much for her business savvy as the steamy details of her private life. For Madonna, it's been the kind of year that most entertainers only dream about. Hardly a month went by that she wasn't in the news making headlines, from speculation about enlarging her lips to coverage of a courtroom fight over the height of her hedges. Madonna was the media darling of 1990. The most recent controversy, of course, has surrounded her latest video, the ultra-erotic Justify My Love. Such a buzz was generated over its suggestive depiction of sexual fantasies that it was banned from MTV. Instead, it wound up on the playlist of that bastion of hard news reporting, Nightline.
First, I'd like to say I don't believe in censorship of any kind, but then I would like to say that I believe in labeling.
Her comments supporting the idea of putting warning labels on music videos came as a shock to many. But by year's end, the stickers were showing up on her video in record stores all across the country. But the flap over Justify My Love was just the latest in a year full of big headlines. Her Blond Ambition tour was seen by more than 2 million people across 3 continents and in 10 different countries. From Tokyo to London, her bold and outrageous performance left her fans spent. But when she got to Rome, protests from Catholic organizations led to low ticket sales and cancellations of a concert, a move that left Madonna angry.
Basta, per favore! If you are sure that I am a sinner, then let he who has not sinned cast the first stone.
On the home front, she seemed to be everywhere. Forbes magazine made her their cover girl, as did dozens of others. Some images leapt off the pages and onto billboards, although sometimes they had to be toned down.
I was beginning to wonder what a girl had to do to get arrested.
Wearing that dress is a step in the right direction.
She also made it onto the big screen as Breathless Mahoney in Dick Tracy, and her co-starring role both on and off camera with Warren Beatty became the most talked about romance in Hollywood this year. But Madonna also showed that she has a socially conscious side as well.
Dr. King, Malcolm X, freedom of speech is as good as sex.
In this public service announcement, draped in little more than Old Glory, Madonna urged young Americans to get out and vote or suffer the consequences.
And if you don't vote, you're going to get a spanky.
As you might expect, the spot caused quite a stir. But then again, just about anything that Madonna did or said made news in 1990. It was just one of those years. Well, Madonna will be making headlines the first few weeks of the new year anyway. She's starring in a new Woody Allen film, and he is notorious for keeping the details of his films top secret.
Were alerted to watch the singer for what some considered overly lewd on-stage antics.
But as Madonna reveals in a rare interview, she expected to offend some people.
I think that I'm offending certain groups, but I mean, I think that people who really understand what I'm doing are offended by it because it's pro-life.
Madonna's provocative fashions helped stir the commotion surrounding her tour, but she didn't mind. Madonna and her designer Gaultier created them.
I actually sent him drawings originally about what I wanted, which were the first. I mean, a lot of the costumes were like inspired by my stick drawings, and then he kind of elaborated and threw his stuff in.
Madonna feels the latest hype and hoopla stems from a handful of frightened conservatives who want to send America back in time.
It's fear of AIDS. I mean, it's just this. I mean, it's like turned everybody into these like 50s monsters, you know.
MTV will air the full interview with Madonna tonight and will repeat it this weekend.
Documentary Truth or Dare had something to offend just about everybody. Now some of her co-stars have slapped her with a lawsuit over that film.
You guys, I give you the shirt off my back.
Take it off. Madonna and her troupe of dancers struck a pose as a close-knit, loving family in last year's Truth or Dare. But now 3 of those performers, Oliver Crooms, Gabriel Trupin, and Kevin Stay, are taking action against Madonna, claiming they never gave their permission to appear in the documentary and were never compensated for that film.
We've been pursuing this action for quite some time with Madonna personally and through contacting her lawyers, her firms, and the response has been either no response or a runaround or a very negative response.
The dancers say they were aware of the ever-present film cameras on tour, but were told any footage shot off stage was for Madonna's personal use only. But attorney Deborah Johnson says Madonna then changed her tune.
It had gone from for Madonna's personal use to we don't know to yes, indeed, it's a movie, but sign this release form and that's all for you.
The suit also charges Madonna violated an agreement with Gabriel Trupin by including in the movie scenes of him being kissed by a man, thereby exposing his sexual orientation. Trupin declined to comment on that allegation, but told us the movie has had a devastating effect on his life.
It's been a real struggle. It's been a lot of ups and downs, a lot of even crank calls. From that to just, it's been kind of a nightmare.
When contacted about the lawsuit earlier today, Madonna had no comments.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mary Hart.
And I'm John Tesh. Sex went on sale today around the world for $50. Business was brisk after a blitzkrieg of hype and promotion rarely seen in publishing. Madonna's photo fantasy book arrived at the stroke of midnight, just like Cinderella.
She's pop. She's where it's at.
In London, hundreds of Madonna fans braved the rain and queued up for the midnight opening of this bookstore. A van arrived with sex lettered on the side, and out popped a Madonna look-alike with the goods. First in line were Hunter and Christina Hyatt, a honeymooning couple from North Carolina.
We're excited about it. We're just curious like everybody else.
Inside the store, the books went like hotcakes. Inside the book, purchasers saw Madonna with an older man, men in dog collars, Madonna with 2 bald-headed men on a basketball court, and plenty of sadomasochistic encounters. Opinion in London was mixed.
Worth waiting for this month, yes. I think that there's no denying that that's quality, but I don't find them erotic.
I just think it's pathetic.
Newlywed Hyatt said she's glad she interrupted her honeymoon.
I like the pictures in it. They don't offend me, and I'm not embarrassed by them, I'm not shocked by them either.
In New York, the bookstores weren't flooded, but sex did sell. Once again, reactions varied.
Oh, my God. This is like really X-rated. XX. XXX.
These fans pooled their money and bought 1 book for all of them.
It's interesting. I thought it would be a lot more graphic than it is. I mean, it's not tame, but it's a lot less graphic than I thought it would be.
Waiting for my finest hour.
So what's X-rated to some seems a disappointment to others. In Washington, D.C., there were few lines. Perhaps there's other business to attend to.
I think it's a typical Penthouse magazine, but it's a personal Penthouse magazine.
The critical reaction? The Washington Post said, quote, sure to separate the wannabes from the wannabe faraways, end quote. The New York Post said, quote, a big bore. And the New York Daily News said, sex is dull. Finally, this man in back of the group buyers may have got the best first look at sex of all.
I'm glad I went out to get my bagel this morning because I got to see Madonna's book for free.
In all, Madonna appears nude in 75 photographs, and she's alone in about 70. She appears with leather in 36 photos, with male twins in 30, with whips in 7, and one photograph she appears with a slice of pizza.
What a good analysis. By this hour, those with a keen interest in $50 have seen Madonna in the buff. We will now take you to the... Madonna's new movie, Body of Evidence, had to be toned down just to reach an R rating. The movie and her mega bestseller, Sex, are the latest layers of an always shocking image. But behind that image, Madonna talks candidly about everything from marriage to her own surprising daydreams in today's Inside Story.
The more people say, sex is bad, sex is bad, sex is bad, the more I want to say, no, it's not, no, it's not, no, it's not.
She can surprise, she can shock, and she can stun.
No risk, no glory.
Madonna took one of those risks recently when she published her sensational picture book, Sex. Among the photos, many depictions of bondage and sadomasochism, which Madonna explains this way.
I think Catholicism has a lot to do with it, believe it or not. Just, you know, being raised the way I was raised and my religious upbringing. I think a lot of Catholicism is based on punishment. You know, punishment equals pleasure kind of a thing.
Now, just a few months after her very successful book was published, Madonna appears to be taking another calculated risk.
Have you ever seen animals make love, Frank?
Her new film, Body of Evidence, co-starring Willem Dafoe, is a drama with very heavy sexual themes. Once again, Madonna completely exposes herself in several nude love scenes. She says it's just movie making.
It was very scientific. I mean, it's not sexual at all. You know, because you have to, like, hit marks, and there's lights everywhere, and there's 50 people on the set, and it's, you know, and you have to keep doing it over and over again. It's, you know, it's not anywhere as fun as the real thing.
Beneath all the calculated imagery, Madonna says there is a real person who often thinks about not being Madonna.
Oh, God, yes. All the time. Every day I wake up in the morning, I look in the mirror and I go, ew, yuck. I'm trapped inside you again.
She's even willing to concede that the trap she set for herself with her well-designed career can become too much.
Sometimes I'd like to be anonymous. I love to go out dancing and stuff, but it's hard for me because I end up becoming, you know, the polar bear at the zoo, and everyone sort of forms a circle around me.
And she says she often dreams about a place to escape her worldwide fame.
I have, like, fantasies about being a housewife in suburbia, because to me that is so exotic. You know, it's like the North Pole, you know.
Though she still has a lot of fun startling everyone with stunts like this and fashion showstoppers like this, but says she'd like to be a mother.
Definitely. Yeah.
And even though she was married once upon a time to actor Sean Penn, she doesn't see another trip to the altar.
Oh, I'll probably never be close to marriage again as long as I live, but I've certainly been in love.
However, with her as a single and unmarried parent, her always ready critics might find themselves with new ammunition.
So what? That doesn't mean I can't be with somebody.
All right.
I mean, Goldie Hawn isn't married, okay, for instance. Okay? She's got a lot of kids.
Finally, Madonna, who has turned exposure and exploitation into a cultural phenomenon, wants to be remembered this way.
I would rather be known as a courageous person and than a person who, you know, just wanted to go around taking my clothes off all the time.
Madonna also told us that her other passions include collecting art and reading. Body of Evidence, the movie, opens on Friday.
Lots of opening night excitement over the years, but nothing quite like Madonna and her Girlie Show. And here is the lowdown.
Love. Yeah. Okay. Infatuation.
That's what Madonna said her Girlie Show tour is all about when we caught up with her at a party she hosted in New York City.
Hello, New York City!
Last night, she was hosting a garden party before tens of thousands of fans. The show was one of her U.S. stops on a world tour, and although fans had mixed reactions, most said she still has the fever.
She's great. Over the edge. It is. It's really good.
Straight pose, there's nothing to it.
She gets obscene, and she really don't have to, but she wasn't half as obscene as the last show.
When he put his arms around her.
It was definitely too short, and just when you thought it was the climax, it was over.
TV bears witness to more opening statements. Critics bear witness to the TV movie.
So if I want to go out and find myself a great-looking star... Oh!
Buy a night right out of a romance novel for just under $12,000.
Plus, it's the new Babe Watch Babe, In Over Her Head and Tails from Madonna. This is Entertainment Tonight for Tuesday, January 31st, 1995.
As the stars arrived for the American Music Awards, some were cool as cucumbers, others were on edge.
I'm crazy. I'm telling you, I haven't eaten anything. I probably have left like shoes and jewelry and stuff back at the hotel that I should have on, and I'm nuts.
I'm hosting tonight, and I am a nervous wreck. Thank you.
And I'll be looking for the reports on ET so I can see what kind of things actually go on backstage.
Well, Clint, you asked for it, and while co-host Tom Jones got things rolling on stage, only Entertainment Tonight had an exclusive backstage pass to all the wild behind-the-scenes action.
It's what we call controlled chaos. You know, sets are coming in, sometimes the wrong set's coming in at the wrong time, but they figure out how to do it. They are professionals.
We caught the artist, formerly known as Prince, looking very intense as he rushed past on his way to his live performance. He was nominated for Favorite Male R&B Artist, but the winner was Babyface. And in the big surprise of the evening, he joined Madonna on stage for a duet.
We sang on the record together, so.
She asked me to sing. Of course, I sung.
Is she hard to say no to?
Yeah.
He's hard to say no to, too.
And Madonna admitted to us that performing on the live show was fun, but...
It is, except for the 5 minutes you're on stage and you're nervous and your hands are shaking.
I was nervous.
I was nervous, too.
Yeah.
I'm like...
My leg was shaking.
Me too. My earring was shaking.
Boys to men.
Boys to men.
Boys to
A duet was one of the show highlights, of course. It's called Take a Bow, sung by Madonna and Babyface. Enjoy it and see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Break my heart. I've always been in love with you. I've always been in love with you. Guess you've always known you took my love for granted. Why, oh why? This show is over. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. Say goodbye.
In force last night for a star-studded gala. There was plenty of glitz and there was plenty of heart. ET's Mark Steinis had the only backstage pass.
This is the biggest night of the year for AIDS fundraising in Hollywood. All the stars have turned out to support a commitment to life.
The one person who really turned heads from the moment she arrived was none other than Madonna. She's now about 6 months pregnant, but that didn't stop her from participating in the fundraising show for AIDS Project Los Angeles.
Please, please, from the bottom of my heart, stop sending baby gifts to my home. There's no room.
Michael Douglas was there to present an award, and the show was packed with musical talent from TLC to Lionel Richie. And Roseanne did a comedy sketch complete with dancers that spoofed the Barbie doll.
I have vowed that I would not rest until they market Trailer Court Barbie.
Tom Hanks presented an award to Neil Diamond, who performed some of his greatest hits. But it was the expectant mother who had everyone's attention, including Dennis Rodman, who once was involved with Madonna and dressed up for a rendition of These Boots Are Made for Walking.
Come on, Boots. Let's start walking.
A lot of people here excited to see Madonna in the pregnancy tonight. Have you been following her progress?
Well, you know, she looks real good being pregnant, and I'm hoping that all success in the world for her, happiness. This will make her happy, get her over the top as far as mentally wise, and this is a great thing for her.
And Tom Hanks spent a few minutes with his former co-star Madonna.
Is she looking like a mom?
Yeah. So, you know, it's a strange thing that happens, but you see, when you are expecting a child, you actually do like grow that child inside you. Son of a gun. We worked together, so I knew Mo. Went in there, compared notes. She's doing fine, though. She's just doing fine.
It was a short night for the mother-to-be. Like a good expectant mom, Madonna went home early, looking very content and happy.
Thanks, Bob. Well, Madonna has beaten Ricky in the mommy-to-be sweepstakes she's due in the fall. The question now is, what material will the maternal girl wear? Some of today's top designers show ET what we can expect from Mama Madonna.
I think I better do it before I'm 45.
And now she's done it, become pregnant, that is. But in an interview with the Today Show's Brian Gumbel taped last week, Madonna said she isn't anxious to be a married mom.
I think you can live with someone and be in love with someone and raise children and not be married and be perfectly fine.
One thing you can count on is for the always fashionable material girl to make her mark in maternity wear.
The pregnant Demi Moore.
Already, moms like Demi Moore have publicly flaunted their pregnancies. Moms-to-be Jill Goodacre and Pamela Lee have been stepping out in style, and stars like Annette Bening, Renee Russo, and Susan Sarandon have shown their fashion savvy at events like the Oscars. Now designer and new mom Nicole Miller sees Madonna donning a stylish maternity outfit like this.
Madonna can certainly top Demi Moore, and I'm sure she'll flaunt the fact that she's pregnant. I'm sure she's not going to try to disguise it at all.
And other designers predict Madonna will choose sleek, low-cut clothing.
It's a very feminine, sexy thing to do, to have a baby, and I think you should emphasize feminine and sexy.
Some of Madonna's Evita co-stars hadn't even noticed the actress was pregnant. They say the only thing she's showing is fatigue, and that was after a hard day's work. We've also learned that Madonna will appear on an upcoming cover of Vanity Fair. No word yet if she will strike a pregnant pose like Demi Moore did when she was expecting.
With her artist, but it looks like she's doing what a lot of new moms do. Tired of baby talk, she's on the phone. Her pal Rosie O'Donnell gave her a buzz this morning.
In the break, we called Madonna. Madonna's on the phone. Hi, Mo.
Bro, why are you calling me?
Even the Duchess of York's interest was piqued as Rosie O'Donnell called her good pal Madonna to answer the question that has been on all inquiring minds.
Everybody's been asking me how your baby is, and I'm sick of saying great, so why don't you just tell everyone so they'll leave me alone?
She's great.
Yeah?
Madonna's daughter Lourdes was born in mid-October, and the new mom has been mum about the subject until today.
Are you like being a mom?
Yes, I do, although I'm suffering major sleep deprivation.
And isn't it nice to have...
Brings me to the next question. Why are you calling me?
Co-starring in the film A League of Their Own first brought the two women together 5 years ago. Now motherhood is another common bond, and talking on the show proved being tired hasn't hurt Madonna's sense of humor.
Go back to bed. I'll call you later.
Okay.
And Sarah Ferguson says hello.
Oh, give her my love.
I sure will.
I tell her I expect a free copy of her book.
I will. All right, Mo, I'll call you later. Bye.
Okay, bye.
All right.
On Monday's show, it's Rosie's...
The good fortune of getting an invitation from Madonna to her set. And now we can bring you our own world exclusive behind the scenes on The Power of Goodbye. Madonna filmed her newest music video under a shroud of secrecy, but she invited E.T. on the set to see the tricks, like walking on this treadmill that were used to make The Power of Goodbye.
There's no greater power than the power of goodbye.
The emotionally charged shoot brought a tear to Madonna's eye. She told me what made this video so unique.
It's more of a narrative story, a love story gone wrong. The song is about breaking up with someone, the power of goodbye, or letting someone go.
Freedom comes when you learn to let go.
The artist's current CD, Ray of Light, has already sold about 10 million copies. And for the album's third video, she turned to veteran director Matthew Ralston.
We wanted to do something very dramatic. And since we're both very dramatic people, we just came up with this story, which I think is really emotional.
Okay, cameras rolling, playback.
To work with Madonna is a privilege, and it's one that it's a rare privilege, and one that I've really enjoyed. She's a great performer.
While she says she respects her director's vision, Madonna admits she is a powerful creative influence on the set.
I'm a perfectionist. I want to do good work. I like to be involved in every aspect of it.
I pray to God that it won't be long.
Part of the finished product will debut during Thursday's MTV Video Music Awards. Madonna is also the VMA's most nominated artist and can't wait to share the video with her fans.
Coming out. Coming to a theater near you.
Again, you can look for that sneak peek of Madonna's The Power of Goodbye at Thursday night's MTV Video Music Awards. The Grammys should be a big night for Madonna. She's nominated in 5 categories, an honor that struck her like a ray of light.
It just flattened me right out. Yeah, I was completely in shock. As I never get nominated for anything in the Grammy categories.
It's hard to believe, but the perennial chart topper has never been nominated for Album or Record of the Year. But it's worth the wait.
I guess that's my karma. That's my destiny. It made me work really hard to be really good. I don't know. I don't really have any complaints.
Last night, Madonna set out to prove that love is all we need at a press conference celebrating her part in an Esquire cover story that decries America's complacency about the AIDS crisis.
It's time for all of us to recommit to finding a cure and to continue to help people with AIDS and HIV.
Madonna's complete Nothing Really Matters video premieres over the weekend on VH1 and MTV. And for much more with Madonna about her new music, just click on over to our ET website. Also, Madonna's big night at the Grammy Awards happens a week from Wednesday night, live on CBS.
Sure, all right, stick around. Our friends at BuzzFeed just lined up a superstar contributor. It is big, and they want ET to do the big reveal when we come back.
BuzzFeed wants ET to announce that the 55-year-old icon is going to be a celebrity contributor for their website. Here's her first post. Are you with me?
I think a lot of people are. She transcends generations.
We're with you, Madonna.
Yeah, well, Madonna does...